Hello everyone, so this is the first time I'm doing this, and I just wanted to let people know that this guy SPLASHBOY is a rage quitter. Super Diamond, I don't know why he rage quit on me. We were playing in Battle Lounge, and it was his lobby. He set it up to first to 3.
I am
He
RASHID
accepted
of
my
the
challenge
turbulent
as soon
wind.
as I joined.
Remember the name well.
And I usually have a really hard time dealing with Karens and all the other female characters with long pokes, and you know, they're just a challenge for me. So I ended up giving it a shot. I was like, why not? He's super diamond, I could learn from the match, and it turns out that this guy eventually rage quits on me. So the first round I'm playing him, I'm just trying to play keep away, hit and run, trying to keep him away from me and whatnot. He eventually, I guess, stops from time to time, because I guess he doesn't know how to approach me. It's not that there's lag in the game, because there's no lag in there, while we were playing. Of course, this is replay, it doesn't show lag, but when it was live, we weren't having any lag issues. And so I'm just keeping away, he keeps dashing in, and I keep throwing random ego spikes, just so that I figure if he dashes in, that's what would happen, and I'm doing the short one, so at a far distance away, when I do the short one, I won't get hit. If hopefully hoping not to get hit, and it seems to be the case. And then the second round, I just happened to get a quick stun. I was surprised. I was like, okay, I'm getting lucky, hopefully I can take this first match, and like you see there, it's just a random ego spike, because I'm feeling I'm getting closer to the corner and I'm being cornered, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to be in that situation where I hate dealing with this character. I'll put it again, I hate dealing with this character, and I want to get out of the corner. I just don't want to put myself in that situation, so I want to get out, and I'm willing to waste a bar on that. So why not? The best that I can do is end up on the other side. He can't hit me. It's just safe, and I just wasted a bar. So that was that, and I figured, hey, maybe he doesn't know the matchup. Maybe he has a hard time with RASHID himself, So if he does have a hard time with RASHID himself, with the character, then it's just like, okay, we're both at that point where I have problem with Karin and he has problem with RASHID, But I figure he's more experienced with it since he's super diamond, But I'm playing this style and just keeping him away, and he's not making any advances and moves towards me. So I figure I'm doing something right. It's working, I'm like, okay, see, he dashes, and I keep throwing also as well whirlwind shots, because it's like, hey, if he's running and running forward, it might just hit him, and I keep, the closer he keeps coming to me, the more I keep backdashing to keep that distance that I'm comfortable with, with him. So you can see me dashing back because, hey, I don't want him to get close to me. I really don't like it. I don't like that distance. That stun is just amazing that I got it right away. And I need to practice more an ego spike after crush counter, because I've been practicing that, but it didn't come through on this one. And then I'll show you the next match right now. And just a little heads up, in the second match, he ends up he starts to teabag. And it doesn't bother me. I fully understand they're doing teabag, but teabag's more of a, I feel like more of for first person shooters, and because that's really where you can see the teabag, but here in this game, fighting games, it doesn't really make sense. It's just stupid, it doesn't show, so I'm like, whatever, it doesn't bother me. And so we start going at it on this one, and this time I changed my strategy. I'm like, okay, first round, he now has a really clear idea that I'm backing away, keeping forward, or, you know, keeping the distance and closing it in and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to get closer, you know, or stay closer to him this time, so that you know, it's just mindset, change his mindset, be like, okay, he's kind of used or expecting me to move back or whatever and stay away, so I'll just stay closer and I'll start using light punches and light kicks, either crouching or standing, because, you know, those also help stop, you know, Karin's dashes in. And see, he starts teabagging. It doesn't really bother me, like I said. In the corner, I always that EX bar, you know. He, at this point, I'm guessing in the second round, he doesn't know how to approach me, how to get in, because either the whirlwind shots are stopping him on his tracks, even if he blocks them, or like my eagle spikes are getting to him. You know, I just figure it's not a good matchup for him. You know, I really don't know what's going on. I'm just more worried about how to deal with Karin myself, because I know how much damage she can do so easily, you know, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to keep my distance, and I couldn't sweep that because I was just a little bit more nervous about it. I neutral jump, I got lucky on that one. I just threw it out randomly. I figured he's gonna come after me, and I double dash accidentally on that. More, you know, I didn't want to. I wanted to do a combo into the CA there, you know. I was gonna jump off the wall, but, you know, and here I got lucky. I really don't know how, you know, I didn't expect him to dash. I figured, you know, he was already backed away. He was gonna wait for me to either jump in at him or jump off the wall so he can get me or something, you know. So I was gonna throw the B trigger in there just to like get myself away, you know, but it got him, and I'm happy. I won the set, you know. No, I won the second match, not the set. I'm gonna hit replay on this again, and I'll talk about the third match. The third match starts off with him doing what I do, keeping away. He stays on the opposite end, and every time I get closer to him, he kind of like keeps getting away. But he keeps teabagging and taunting me like that, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care about the teabag. Doesn't bother me, you know. And so I was like, okay, but I do need to take the life lead. So I start pressuring him, start going in, and I'm making mistakes. He eventually takes half my life away, while he has like almost nothing, you know, just a few chip damage that I've done from whirlwind or mixers, and, you know, so, but he has the life lead. Eventually in the first round, half of the match, he had the life lead. I eventually take it over and win it with 3 seconds left on the clock on the first round of the third match, you know. So I felt lucky, and I'm like, okay, he figured out something, you know. I'm figuring this is a turning point, he's gonna win it, you know. But we end up going into the second round, and I start noticing he's doing the same thing. He's just keeping away, and I'm like, okay, this guy's not really taking this match seriously no more. And I'm like, okay, I'm wondering if he's gonna rage quit. But I had no time to start up OBS and start recording the game match itself, you know, because I really did want to record the rage quit, but hey, you know, you can't get it. I'm not quick enough. So we end up going into it, and he starts doing the teabagging, and I start taking the lead, you know, this time around instead of him taking it. And eventually I take half of it again, and he just like keeps away, starts teabagging, and won't let me get closer, and he has his defense up like really well. And so I start dashing and pressing kick during my dash to get that ego spike, which in that version during the dash you get much more damage. So I do that, and I eventually get him 3-4 times from like almost the opposite end of the screen. You know, he tries to punish a few of those that were blocked, but, you know, if you do the ego spike during the dash from a very far away distance, you can't really reach it unless you like dash forward and do some other stuff with certain characters. I think Karin is one of them that you could punish me with, but I guess he just didn't know the matchup or whatever. So, you know, he ends up losing that match. And on the last ego spike that I did with the dash, he rage quits as soon as he hears the KO. And I'm just like, dude, what's going on? Why are you rage quitting? You know, it's freaking BL. It's not, you're not losing points, and you're not gonna drop rank. You know, but like I said, you know, looking at his level, you know, level 19, you know, Karin, maybe Karin's not his main. You know, I don't know, or maybe he just got frustrated with the style I was playing with Rashid. I've heard friends tell me like, hey, it's really annoying what you're doing. Like, stop jumping around. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? I've had people clearly tell me that they get annoyed by it, and I'm just like, oh well, my bad. I mean, like, you know, they're like, you're supposed to play like this and play like that other guy and this and that. I'm like, well, that's how they play. That's not me. You know, and they're like, no, well, your tactic's not gonna work like against higher up players and this and that. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. If higher up players are used to that tactic and they know how to deal with it, you know, they'll deal with it. You know, if they don't, they don't. You know, but you can't say 100%. It's not gonna work. And so, I mean, if you guys know this guy SPLASHBOY, just let him know I'm not gonna run into him anymore. I blacklisted him, and you know, it's just for rage quitting. You know, I never expected someone from a higher rank like that to rage quit on me. I mean, I expected to maybe potentially win when I went into the lobby, thinking, you know, looking for a challenge, like maybe I'll win. You know, that's the whole point. Maybe you'll win. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll learn something. You know, even if you lose, maybe you'll learn something. But this guy just rage quit on me, and you know, that's it. That's it with this guy. And if you know him, let him know he doesn't have to play me anymore. And just, it is what it is. And you know, hopefully I'll get better. Hopefully he'll get better with the matchup. You know, as a person or something. I don't know. But that's it for my first video commentary. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.